Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Brian here. How's everyone doing tonight? Another movie review tonight for everybody. So, tonight we're going to be reviewing Stan Helsing, the 2009 movie. It's a parody movie. This movie is basically, if you've ever seen Scary Movie or that movie, Silly Movie, that was a stupid one, Silly Movie, but it's basically like Scary Movie or Epic Movie or Disaster Movie. It's like a parody. It's, um, it's got Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface, Pinhead, and Chucky. It's not the same characters. They have different names in it. They look a tad bit different and stuff, so they can actually parody it. And they have different names that look a tad bit different. Their costumes look different, everything, so they can actually use it. So they can thing like Chucky is called Lucky, Jason is called Mason, Freddy is called Fwebby, Michael Myers is Michael Fryers, like just like that. I think Leatherface in this is called Love Face. That's the thing in this movie. It's a parody. So before we get into this, I'll give you some history on this movie and my own personal experiences with it. So years and years and years ago, when this wasn't that. I mean, it's years ago for me, but really a long time ago. So it was probably, I want to say, around the time 2009, maybe 2010. I can't remember the exact year, but it was 2009 because I wasn't in school yet. It was like the summer before kindergarten. We were going out to video store. We were renting a bunch of movies, right? Me as a little kid, I was a little 4-year-old. I loved horror movies. I still love horror movies. They're awesome. So I ended up getting Friday the 13th Part 2, Freddy vs. Jason, which it was the first time I'd seen Friday the 13th Part 2, and the first time I'd seen Freddy vs. Jason. And I got this movie. I thought this was a mashup thing. It wasn't. I got it. We rented it. It was a 2-day rental that we had it. We had to bring it back on Sunday. It was an amazing movie. I mean, it was. I didn't get a lot of the. It was a parody. I didn't realize it was. I didn't get a lot of the jokes in it. Because I was 4-year-old. Now I get it. But so then I liked it a lot. It wasn't something I went crazy over. Like the movie, I'll tell you a movie I went crazy over: Small Soldiers. And Hairspray. You might laugh at me, Hairspray, but those two movies I went crazy over. I used to watch them all the time. That Step Brothers too. I used to watch all them movies all the time as a kid. But I ended up seeing this in Walmart around Christmas time. We were going out shopping. I got it first surprise. Santa bought it for me, aka my grandmother. It was bought for me for Christmas. I watched it a lot. I had a portable DVD player. The year I got a portable DVD player. It was fun. I used to watch a lot. Well, ended up getting destroyed. Don't know what happened to it. And that was it. I'd seen it on TV a couple times, but that was it. I hadn't seen or thought about it in years. And then today on YouTube, I should say, I was watching YouTube videos, and Watch Mojo came on for the top 10 parodies of Pinhead, and it talked about the one that's in Stan Helsing, and I'm like, Stan Helsing, that movie, I gotta watch it again. That's a good movie. So I watched it tonight. It's 100% free on YouTube. You can also watch it on Tubi for free if you don't got YouTube. But they're both 100% free. And the movie was awesome. It was even funnier now, and I'm an adult and understand it more than it was when I was a child. It's still a pretty good movie. If only they would do a real movie where it's actually all the horror movie villains, where it's like actually Pinhead, it's actually Jason, and it's actually Michael and Chucky. There's actually a Jeepers Creepers copy in this. It's not the actual Jeepers Creepers, it's just like a reference to the Jeepers Creepers movie, but yeah. So that's enough of me talking there. Let's get right into the movie review. So, yeah, as always, if you have not seen Stan Helsing and you want to watch it, you don't want anything to be spoiled, spoiler alert, in effect as of right now. So, let's get right into it, everybody. So, the movie starts out with a girl running through the forest or something, it looks like, or the fields, and she's screaming. Guy's got a gun on her. Well, squirts out, turns out it's a water gun, and then it pans out as some girl running out of the video store. Well, it's funny, I was just talking about a video store, but yeah, the video store in this is, then there's the guy, Stan, and he goes, wow, well, this place has got amazing surround sound. He's an employee there. He answers it, Schlockbuster. Instead of Blockbuster, it's Schlockbuster. And he's, there working, and he's rolling a joint as he is at work. That's real nice, isn't it? But yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, back then that was really crazy. I mean, it's still crazy to do something like that at work, but now it's legal in most places. But, well, nearly half the country. But Yeah, so he's doing he's doing that. His boss comes up to him and says, "As there's clogged toilet in the bathroom and there's a cockroach. You need to go get it." He goes in the bathroom to unclog the toilet, or get rid of the cockroach. And he ends up walking on two girls making out. Oh, then he says, "Nice job scaring us. We will let you get involved." It's just funny. Then he goes up on this huge ass cockroach. It's the size of a human. It's not realistic, obviously, but it's a huge cockroach. Well, ends up peeing and barfing on him. It's just disgusting. Um, yeah. Then he goes out of the bathroom and he says, "Oh, there's no toilet paper left, but these things are amazing, and it's women's pads." That's what he cleans himself up with. And then the manager, he says, "You got to get a big truck for this cockroach." Then the manager says, "As you have to go, deliver these videos that you promised the owner." He said, "I don't want to do it because he's going to a Halloween party." Well, he ends up doing it. So he's in the car, or with his ex-girlfriend, his best friend, and his best friend's girlfriend. Want to say both the girls in this are. Sorry about that. My phone fell, threw me off. Want to say both the girls in this are very beautiful in this movie. Yeah. So then they're on the way. They're trying to find this place. So he tells them they have to deliver the movie videos to the place. Is in the it's the total opposite direction of the party. It's like not even close to being near there. So then what ends up happening is they end up getting detoured. They end up missing their turn on the highway, their exit. It gets a traffic jam. It's just a bunch of stuff. Well, they end up hitting a dog. Well, the dog owner comes and gets it. They pick up this guy. It looks like he broke out of prison, and he says he broke out of prison. They end up throwing him out the back because he's a weirdo. He was arrested for murder and theft. So he gets thrown out the back. And then what ends up happening is they end up in this town where the development is or whatever to deliver the thing. And it's got this security guard, and he's talking about how you can't enter here. Then he gets a phone call saying, and guy with the hockey mask, and he says, "Oh, well, shouldn't be looking in your window." Then he gets one and says, "Chainsaw, I usually throw a little bit of WD-40 on it," and he gets it moving. And then there's the other one. He says when they leave, when they finally get past him, they because they talk, it was where movies used to be shot, and it burned down. And then what ends up happening is they end up getting through the thing. Meanwhile, before all this happened, they were actually stopped at a gas station with like a hippie-looking lady and a native man, and they were kind of weird. He goes, "You're Van Helsing. You're Van Helsing, like Van Helsing, the monster slayer. You're Van Helsing. You're Van Helsing." He goes, "No, I'm Stan Helsing." Well, in the process, the one state comes in, and she had lifted up a bunch of her clothes a little bit, and she goes, "Be honest, does this make my vagina look fat?" It's so random. It's funny, and they go, "Damn, yeah!" Like they're two beautiful girls in this. Both are beautiful girls, especially the one who plays Mia, but both beautiful actresses. But yeah, so they end up leaving the gas station. Well, what ends up happening is Stan was in the bathroom. The guy was watching him, and then the guy says, "No, I wasn't." And then they end up getting robbed and $40, and it turns out she didn't put gas in the car. So they ended up breaking down in the development. This is after the security guard. They talked to the security guard, as I said. He was on the phone with people. They got out there walking. Well, they end up finding a restaurant, and then they end up being forced to sing karaoke. Well, what ends up happening then is they end up failing and to do it. They end up saying something offensive. They sing the Ring of Fire, and the people are all traumatized by the Ring of Fire, so they leave. They got to go back in because he forgot his phone. Well, everyone's dead. It's like it was a dream or whatever. And then the one has burgers, the one that's dressed like Superman. And who comes out of the burger box? The Pinhead parody. And he goes, "Mortals," and this guy, you could knock him down real easy, but they're all running from him. And then who else? Who do they end up running into next? Leatherface, Ace. Oh, I forgot to mention. The funniest part of the entire movie. So this takes place a little bit before all this happened. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I forgot to mention this part. Chucky, Lucky's character, but the parody of Chucky, mimes a blowjob and shows him his ass and gives him a middle finger. And then, as they're waiting, as they're trying to get out of the place, they go to the security guard. The security guard's dead. And then Chucky calls them. This is later on. This after all this happened. Chucky calls them, and Chucky says, or Lucky, I should say. Lucky says, "How'd you like my ass?" I may be a little dull, but I'm gonna chop you and your friends to pieces. It's funny. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the actor who plays Lucky in this is the guy from Trailer Park Boys, because he sounds just like Randy from Trailer Park Boys. Kind of looks like him too. He's just I guess they shrunk his size for the movie. Let me know in the comment section if he isn't. And then, who are they running around next? They end up running into the Jason. Mason is the character's name. And fun fact, the actor who plays Jason in this is the actor who played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason, Ken Kersinger, and who also played Pa and Wrong Turn 2. He was also the guy who got thrown against the mirror, and the chef that got thrown against the mirror in Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. But yeah, it's a fun fact. He ended up playing, what do you call it? That guy's actually got a lot of moves, because he was actually the stunt double for the for Santa Claus in the Santa Claus 2 in the football scenes. And he also played the toy soldiers, and that did some stunts for them. I didn't realize that, but yeah, cool guy. But yeah, back to the thing. They end up finding this house. Well, they end up going outside because they see Jason again. They'll be waiting over there for the ghost. They end up beating the crap out of him. Turns out it's not the Jason, or Mason, I should say. It's the some hockey kid. The kid's chasing after him. He jumps back up in the ring, goes in. We all end up going to sleep. Well, they have a dream, and Fwebby, the Freddy Krueger, what do you call it, parody? He's got a toothbrush, a Swiss Army knife, and a freaking lipstick. And he puts on a glove and he says, "Can you all say bitch slap?" And he slaps them all right in the face. They end up waking up. Well, they realized it was a dream because they thought it was daytime and they thought they were going to be able to go home and everything. But no, what ended up happening then was they end up going out of the house. They're back in the town. People there, but well, who ends up coming out? You see the Leatherface parody, the Freddy Krueger parody, the Michael Myers parody, and the Jason parody. You see them all. And by the way, I'm terrible with these reviews. I totally forgot to mention this part. Earlier in the movie, they had stopped by a place. Well, this is actually right after they leave the house. They see like this tunnel thing, and it's like a reference to Jeepers Creepers. They all fall down it. Mia gets a thing crawling in her, you know what? But they all fall down it. It's a Jeepers Creepers reference. Kind of wish they would have did a Jeepers Creepers parody. They probably didn't have the budget for it though in this movie. But yeah. So back to the thing. All the monsters are there. Lucky's there. Michael Fryers is there. Or Darthead. Ed Fwebby, a Mason, and Lucky, all of them. Loveface. I could be wrong. I don't know if he's called Loveface. I'm pretty sure he's called Loveface. But yeah, they're all there. They're chasing after him. Then the Leslie Jones character, who plays a woman waitress, shoots off the thing and goes, "We're gonna settle this fairly. We're gonna do we're gonna do karaoke." And the monsters sing karaoke songs, saying it's basically the YMCA, but it's saying we're gonna kill Stan. It's terrible, but it's hilarious at the same time. So then what ends up happening is the next one, Stan and perform, they end up winning it. Well, then they say, "Oh, there's no fairness." Well, Freddy ends up cutting them after them spraying him with holy water that out of a squirt gun that the one who played Superman, Teddy, had drank. And then what ends up happening is they end up fighting the monsters. Well, he rips off Freddy's glove, shows a woman's hand, so he runs out. And then he pushes down Hellraiser, Pinhead, or Darthead, whatever, pushes down him all the way to the ground with his pens. And then he says to Jason and Michael, "Oh, you have the same weakness." He pulls their masks and throws them at the door. The dog that they had hit was still alive. Actually, it starts attacking them. And then Leatherface or Loveface or whatever, it says, "Let's light this up." And he's got a leaf blower in this. He doesn't have an actual chainsaw. And the girl says, "Excuse me, it was unplugged." So he runs out all mad. And then Chucky says, Lucky says, "And what's my weakness?" He says, "You're a doll." They throw the doll like a football, and the monsters have been defeated. Well, they end up leaving in a car. And Stan and his girlfriend, as you could expect, end up getting back together. She was his ex-girlfriend. And then Teddy and Mia, she ends up giving him a lap dance in the car and ends up hooking up with him in the car. And that's the end of the movie. I mean, this is an amazing movie. It's not a movie, like, this is not a movie, that is meant, like, this is not like, if you're looking, like, for, like, an Oscar-worthy, like, a Tom Hanks type movie, this is not your movie. If you're looking for a movie that's going to terrify you, this is not your movie. This is one of them movies that is so stupid, it's hilarious. That's what this movie is. It's kind of entertaining. It's interesting to see all the monsters together. I'm telling you, Universal, New Line Cinema, 20th Century Fox, all these companies that own these characters, do an epic crossover movie like this. For real. Please do a movie like this. Please, I am begging you. And they should do a Stan Helsing too. They should. They should do a Stan Helsing too. You could do this premise. You'd have all the monsters from the original one working with Stan because all these new monsters came into town. You could do a parody of Three Finger, a parody of Jeepers Creepers, a parody of the Leprechaun. I'm trying to think who it's parody of Candyman. You could do a parody of it. You could do that, like, and have the monsters, the original monsters, working with Stan and the gang. I mean, that would just be hilarious. The movie was actually originally called Mega Monster Movie, but I guess they changed the name of that. in the process. But yeah, that's what it was originally called, Mega Monster Movie. But yeah. So yeah, let me know what you all think about this movie in the comment section. That's it for this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. I really appreciate it. I want to say this: 83 subscribers. Thank you to the new subscriber. Thank you to all 83 for subscribing. I truly appreciate it. So, that's it for this video. As always, the usual. Please like this video. Please favorite this video. Please leave a comment on this video. Please share this video. And most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And stay away from parody monsters if you see them out in the street. They're dangerous.